project, you've taken a really personal route.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think while the split wasn't like it wasn't like a creative differences kind of thing. It just
Yeah.
kind of happened at the right time for both of us. Like
Mhm.
after that, like I had to kind of decide: do I want to make music for myself, or do I want to make music for other people? Like, or for the expectations of the fans. And like, granted, it probably would have been a financially wiser decision to make music for the fans, but I feel like I don't know if I could live with myself if I just did that all the time.
I back you in that. I think that you got to do what's right for you as an artist. Like,
Yeah, I don't mean any hate towards any people that make music just for their fans. Like, I think I was in India last summer, right? And I did a couple of sessions with these two kids out there who are like mainstream sort of EDM acts in India, and one of them explains it in like a pretty reasonable way. He said, if you want to make music for your creative fulfillment, that's cool. But if somebody else wants to make music for money, then that's also fine, because it's all like it's the ends justify the means, right?
right. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't not suck
Yeah.
for yourself. It doesn't make you as much money.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't not suck.
This project, you were not just making it in quarantine. This is something you've put at least a year of time into, I think.
Yeah, it's been almost just over a year from start to finish. Like,
Wow.
I started it in June last year, like end of June, because that's when I moved back. That's when I was back in India to get my new visa.
Ah, okay.
Because I have an Indian passport, so like I have to get a visa every 3 years.
Lucky you.
I'm so lucky that I did that last year and not this year.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's honestly great that I made it, and I still have like 2 years left, so I'm good to be here for a while.
Nice.
But when I was in India last summer, I basically, like, it was me and my brother living in my parents' apartment in Mumbai, because my parents live in Singapore. My brother moved back to Mumbai to work in law at a law firm there, and so it was basically just me and him living together for like a couple of months, which was cool. And then my girlfriend came to visit for like a few weeks, which was nice. And so that's when I felt like I really had enough of a space between me and the entire industry, like, so I could get away from my manager and my label and like everything, and just kind of like pour myself into the music.
Yeah.
And that's when I sort of started making the demos that initially sort of paved the way for what the project became. The rest of the songs, kind of like the demos for them, materialized really quickly, like in the span of like 3-4 weeks to like a month. But the tinkering after that took so long. Like, it took like 6 months for me to like finish.
Oh my god.
For to finish all the songs. I work really slowly too. I don't really work quickly. Like, I'm not one of those people that can like poop out a song in a week. Like, I have to like sit with it and like really marinate with it. So once we had all the demos down, and I had an idea of what the instrumental palette was going to look like or sound like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, color. I associate music with colors and moods and scenes too. So it's multi-dimensional when you.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of Tame Impala the whole time I made this project. A lot of Tame Impala, a lot of Phoenix. Just like a lot of band music, because I don't know, like, DJ music is cool, but like every couple of years there's like 1 or 2 songs that get so popular that everyone starts to copy them, and then that sound gets really recycled, and it lacks originality or lacks freshness entirely. So rather than like try to reinvent the wheel, I was like, all right, let's just do something different. The only guitar part I played is on the outro of Mutual. Everything else, like the rest of the song, the guitar parts were done by Dev, and then on Olivia, all the guitars were done by Wes Singerman, who played on Sajib's album, Jai Wolf's album.
Oh, dope.
And Wes I actually met like a couple of years back, like through somebody else, through Imad Royal, but we only reconnected like after I found out that he played on Sajib's album, and I was like, yes, this is the guy.
Yeah,
this is the guy. He's on my list. And then when I did Leave You with Midoka played most of the guitar on that. But I think what I wanted to make clear was that I'm not necessarily like the guy who performs all the parts in the song, right? I feel like I pride myself more on my ability to piece them all together.
Yeah.
And like more like a producer in like the old school sense of the word.
Exactly.
Like Quincy. I mean, I'm not like comparing myself to Quincy Jones. I'm just saying.
I and Quincy Jones.
I'm just saying, like Quincy Jones is not sitting there playing all the parts. Like he'll like tell somebody, okay, do this. Like tell somebody else, do that. Like, and then at the end of it, he puts all of it together. You know. So I look up to people like that really, like distinctly. Like Alan Parsons from Alan Parsons Project, right? You know, his first job ever was being the recording engineer assistant on the Beatles Live at Abbey Road.
Fuck off.
How
did he get that job?
He was 17 when he did that. That was his first gig.
Oh my god.
And so like Alan Parsons is probably like the upper echelon. So when I think about people like that, that's really like those are like my real role models.
Yeah.
And like the kind of work I want to do like towards the sunset of my career is more like exec producing and like helping people achieve their vision and helping people like distill it down to something.
I love that.